If you're not in a good mood, it can honestly be so difficult for you to get the work done that you need to get done. I remember in the past before, anytime, I would get into a fight with a family member or with a partner I was dating or with a friend or something happened in my business and it would disrupt my mood, I would literally need to take the entire day off. Like my negative thoughts and emotions were just so strong that I felt like I couldn't work for the rest of the day. And this significantly impacted my performance, my ability to achieve my goals, and ultimately it really affected the relationship that I had with myself. And it made me feel like I just can't tolerate anything in life. And as we know, if we want to achieve anything great in life, we must expand our ability to handle and tolerate challenges because nothing great is achieved in life without overcoming great challenges first. So if you feel like you struggle with your mood and it affects you so much on a day-to-day basis that it impacts your ability to show up for your goals, for your dreams, then I'm so glad that you are here watching this video because I'm going to share 3 tips to help you optimize your mood and just make it a little bit better so that you can get the work that you need to get done. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what mood you are in, what you're feeling, it doesn't have to hold you back from still doing high quality work. And I think Layla Harmozy said this in one of her videos where she literally has merch on this, and I think it's amazing, and it says fuck your mood, stick to the plan. And I love that because it's all about sticking to the plan no matter what it is that you are experiencing and feeling, because you can still be sad and get work done, you can still be angry, get work done, you can still be frustrated, get work done. But it's all about looking at what are the strategies that you can put into play so that no matter what you are feeling, you're still able to get your work done and you're still able to achieve your goals. If you're new to this channel, my name is Dr. Vaseline. I teach people how to master their mind holistically so they can maximize their potential. Tip number 1, and I use this tip all the time, is to practice gratitude. Every time I find myself stuck in a negative state of mind, it's because my negative thoughts and beliefs are focusing on everything that is going wrong in my life. And as soon as we put our focus on everything that is going wrong in our life, no wonder we find ourselves stuck in this negative state of being. And when we're stuck in this negative state of being, it becomes so difficult for us to take powerful actions towards our goals and dreams. When you practice gratitude, you are shifting your focus from what's wrong to what's right. I remember at the beginning when I first started my business, every time a patient would cancel or reschedule their visit, I would just lose my shit all the time, and I would cry, I would be upset, because in the beginning I was like, I had very little patience. I was like, every patient counts in terms of the money, the income, the growth. And what was happening in that moment is that every time someone would cancel, I would make it mean that I'm gonna be poor, I would make it mean that my business is failing, I would make it mean that I'm a bad doctor. And because I was giving this situation all these negative meanings, it actually got me more stuck in that negative state of mind. And as a result of that, it made it very difficult for me to want to get up and take powerful action to build my business and make it so big that people canceling here and there would actually have no impact and effect on me. Over time, what I've done is I've taken this negative belief around people canceling and I've shifted it to a belief that actually makes me feel better. And in that moment when someone cancels, I get grateful for that extra hour that I have. I can either take this hour and do more growth activities for my business. I can take this hour and just go on a walk or just have some extra time for myself to do some more self-care. And by shifting on everything that's going right, on everything that I have to be grateful for because of the situation and circumstance happening to me, that situation and circumstance happening to me has way less control over me. That is honestly how powerful this practice is. So when you find yourself stuck in that negative state of mind, when something isn't going your way, what is something that you can shift your focus to that's going right in your life? How can you find the positive, the goodness in this situation? Immediately when you do this, it boosts your emotions, it decreases stress and anxiety. And I know it's not the easiest practice. I'm not at all talking about not feeling your emotions or suppressing them down. All I'm saying is that in every situation, there is some goodness to it. And if you find that the negativity is weighing you down so much that it makes it difficult for you to show up for your goals and dreams, why not switch that state of mind to gratitude, to the things going right, so that you can shift that emotional state and take powerful, positive action towards your goals and dreams. Some of the ways that you can practice gratitude is to literally take a gratitude break. Sometimes I will go on a walk in the middle of the day, and as I'm walking, I'll just become grateful for everything, for my friends and family, for the air that I'm breathing, for my beautiful little apartment in downtown Toronto, for my fridge full of food, for the beautiful weather, and just going on this gratitude walk for 15 to 20 minutes just completely shifts my perspective. And it just makes me feel like, you know what? Things aren't as bad as they seem. Something else that you can do too, and I think this is almost a more powerful way to get yourself into that positive state of gratefulness and gratitude, is to send a message to someone else. Can you be grateful for someone in your life? Can you send a powerful, positive message to someone else in your life? That on its own really up levels and uplifts your internal state, and sometimes more powerfully than if you just go on a gratitude walk and just name the things you have in your life to be grateful for. This is such an easy and simple practice, so commit to doing it in those moments. Commit to training your brain to see all the beauty and the goodness in life, especially when it feels like things aren't going right or your way. Tip number 2 is to move your body. This is another tip that is just so freaking important. Bedros Keuilian, I think that's how I'm pronouncing his name. If I'm not, my bad. Check him out, check out his channel and his podcast. I love the message that he has to share, especially the message about how it's so important for you to get fit and be a fit person if you want to up level yourself in your life, because truly your body and how you're taking care of it is a reflection of your life, of what you're capable of. And when we focus on our internal fitness, when we focus on getting strong and really building ourselves up to be this healthy, strong version of ourselves, it has a ripple effect on everything. And when you move your body, immediately your brain gets this whole, flood of nutrients and oxygen. Your body and your brain release all your feel-good hormones. It boosts energy and mental clarity. It is one of the fastest ways to shift your emotional state. One of the best times to do this is especially in those moments when you find yourself just really stuck in that negative thinking, right? You know those moments when you find yourself just super stuck in that negative thinking, and it's like no matter what you're doing, you find that you just can't shift it. Get up and move your body. When you move your body, you shift your physical state. And when you shift your physical state, shifting your mental state becomes that much easier. There's also so much research on movement and exercise, and when it comes to brain health, especially when it comes to depression, there's research studies showing that movement can actually improve symptoms of mild to moderate depression to the same extent that medication can. Like, that is how powerful movement and exercise is for your brain. Yet here you are not doing enough of it. One of the biggest things I hear is that there's just not enough time in the day to do this. And let me honestly tell you, there is never going to be enough time. And there's never going to be enough time in the day, especially for your health. You have to make time for this. This is so important that you should be making time for it. It can literally 5x, 10x your mental performance, your mood by moving your body. So why wouldn't you want to do it? I know you're out here scrolling on social media and doing all of these other dumb things that are actually having a more detrimental impact on your mental health and mood and making you feel worse. And yet you have this incredible free thing of moving your body, of just getting up and going on a walk that can shift your mental state like this. that you're just not doing because you feel too lazy or it's too cold or you don't have time for it. My go-to during the day is to go on a walk. Immediately, as soon as I go on a walk, it just completely shifts up my internal state and I feel so much better about life. I just feel so much better about everything. If I ever feel stuck on anything that I'm doing during the day, I go on a 10 to 15 minute walk and I just like all the answers to the universe just like come into me and flood into me, and I just feel so much better when I do it. Really, the biggest shift I noticed in myself was when I wasn't just doing a 60-minute workout once in the morning. For a lot of us, we think that if we just do like a 60-minute workout in the morning, that's enough, but really it's not enough, especially if you're sitting down all day long. You want to make sure that you are going on walks throughout the day, because the more times that you go on walks throughout the day, the more movement that you get in, the more of the benefits that your brain will reap as a result of it. So I will do my 60-minute workout in the morning, but then I will also make sure that I'm going on these 10 to 15-minute walks, sometimes 30-minute walks a couple times during the day and getting those steps in. That is when I noticed the biggest difference in my ability to regulate my mood and take power and control over it when I combine that morning workout with the multiple walks throughout the day. You can also do other things like stretching. I currently also have been learning how to shuffle, and I love to take a little shuffling break in the middle of my day just to move my body, and I immediately notice the effect and impact of it. So please get up and move your body, especially if you find it difficult to regulate your emotions and mood during the day and if it's impacting your work quality. The very last tip that I'm going to share with you, and this is by far probably one of my favorite ones, is talking about the experience that you want to be having with whatever activity it is that you are doing. And I know you probably heard that and were like, what? What the heck does that even mean? And so let me explain what I mean. I'm going to use a client example to share what I mean. One of my clients, I was doing mindset work with her, and she has a dog training business, and she told me how much she hates using Canva. And before she goes on Canva, she, prepares herself because she knows it's going to be an awful experience, it's going to suck, she's going to hate it. And as she's doing the work to build these tools for her clients on Canva, she's just thinking about how much of a waste of time this is. She's doubting her abilities and thinking, is anybody even going to use it? And I was like, listening to her as she was saying this, and afterwards I was like, well, no wonder going on Canva is an awful experience for you, because you are priming yourself up so well and playing it out in your mind to be this awful, horrible experience. And I was like, what does it look like for this to feel like a pleasant experience? And I taught her the skill about talking about the experience she wants to be having. So for her, this looked like saying to herself internally, I love using Canva. Canva is great. Canva is such an easy tool to use. I am so grateful to be living in a time where we had Canva. Like, can you all even just imagine? Let me just take a step back. Can you imagine a time without Canva? Because I seriously can't. Can't imagine making all these posts and all this stuff without Canva. Like, Canva is God's gift to us humans. But that's the type of experience that she started talking to herself about having. And as she would be making the tools for clients, she would be telling herself that my clients love all the tools that I make them. It's so easy to make tools for them. My clients are so grateful when I make these extra additional tools for them. It's like, you're gonna be doing the task anyways. You have to do it anyways. Why can't you make this experience be more pleasant for yourself by internally describing and talking about the experience you want to be having, being grateful for what it is you're doing, and just calling out loud the effects that you want this task to be having in the outside world. So for her, it was like, she was like, my clients love the work that I do. My clients love the tools that I make them. Why not convince yourself of that instead of telling yourself nobody's going to use these things, everybody hates this? For example, before recording YouTube videos, I'll hype myself up and tell myself how much people love my videos, how easy it is to record videos, how much fun I have recording the videos. And by hyping myself up and talking about this experience that I want to be having, it literally makes this experience be better for me. And it's like, I'm going to be doing the things anyways, telling myself that this is awful, this sucks, it's so hard, I don't like it, I'm too tired, blah, 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 blah. How is this making this experience be any better for me? It really isn't. And instead, it makes me not want to do these things that much more. Ultimately, what you are doing is you are priming yourself to have the most incredible time. And you can do this with anything, with working out, with showering, before you enter meetings, before you talk to clients, before you hang out with family, before anything. Prime yourself to have the most incredible experience ever. You're going to do the thing anyways. Why not prime yourself to make it be a beautiful experience internally? With so much in life, it's really sad, but we go into things expecting the worst. Kind of sad, eh? Like you go into meetings expecting the worst, you go into client calls expecting the worst, you go and start your day expecting the worst, you go and hang out with family expecting the worst, and no wonder life feels miserable. And so what if we switch that lens? What if we switch that lens, and what if you started waking up and expecting the best? What if you went into meetings expecting the best and work expecting the best? What if you went on dates expecting the best, most amazing experience? What if you went and hung out with family and expected the best experience? What if you primed yourself to constantly expect the best? Now, will amazing, awesome things happen always? No, but at least you've primed yourself to expect the best. So if the opposite happens, it doesn't feel as bad, and you're able to navigate it in a more powerful, more easygoing way. And this is how you do it. This is how you take back control over your mood. And these are simple things that you can do on an everyday basis, because I know the feeling of letting your thoughts and emotions take power and control over you. And they can feel so paralyzing. And the more you let them paralyze you, the longer it ultimately takes you to achieve your goals. So practice that gratitude, move your body, and prime yourself to have the best experiences in life. And if you truly are ready to master your mind, I would encourage you, first of all, take my Achiever Brain Type quiz. There are 7 different Achiever brain types. Find out which one you are and start learning how to optimize your unique brain. And secondly, book a free 30-minute discovery call with me, and let's chat about what holistic support for you would look like.